Hello, everyone, and yes, 2019 is ending. This is December 31st, and just the clock's ticking, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I hope you're having an amazing time. I hope that everything that you are, I know your goals, everything that you set, I mean, everything was really fulfilled. If not, don't worry, 2020 is right here and it's going to be amazing. I hope you have an amazing night as well. Be careful, be careful, but also enjoy it with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing time. And I wanted to talk to you today about something that, as you know, most of us are like, okay, I'm going to get new resolutions for 2020, maybe even the decade. Some of us have this vision of what we want this new decade to be. And it's great to put it in paper. It's important to put it in paper because otherwise you're not gonna really have that rush of dopamine. But it's important to know that you're accomplishing something. That's very interesting. That's important, and also to know how to get there, right? I mean, if you don't know where you're going, how are you gonna get there? But one of the things here is resolutions are very interesting. They are some sort of goals that we set for us to accomplish during the next year. And I was searching on that when I found something that Patrick Bet-David suggested us as 6 things that we should do next year. And I think they are very interesting. I had a couple of them already in my list, but after seeing the 6 that he posted, I was like, okay, how about sharing it with my people as well? So number 1 is to drop a bad habit. And I think that's very interesting and that's important. I hadn't thought about it, but I think it's important for us to check, okay, something that just one by one, let's just start little by little, one thing. I mean, in my case, I think maybe a bad habit that I should get rid of is honestly not drinking enough water, So I think I need to really drink more water. Yeah, and that's one of my bad habits. I try to drink more coffee, or I don't know, like some fruit water or something like that. But I really need to start drinking more water, So I need to drop that bad habit of not drinking water and drinking other liquids. So that's one of the things, and I think it's small, but it can make a really big difference in my life. Yeah. So number 2, add a great habit. Something that you should actually do constantly. Yeah, I think I want to keep a little more progress in myself. For example, I want to keep a little more progress on the things that I'm learning, because sometimes I'm learning a lot. I love to hear podcasts. I love to listen to conferences. I love reading, but sometimes I don't really keep track of the learning that I'm doing. And sometimes I'm like, oh, where did I listen to this? What's this quote about? Who said this? Who said that? And I think it's important for me to start getting like a learning journal, something like that. I think that's a habit that I really want to incorporate in my life. I don't know what's yours. You can also share it there in the comments. That'd be great. Number 3 is to drop a negative friend. That's a tough one, but I think it's important. Yeah, it's important to get rid of people. Remember that we are the average of the 5 people, or the people that we most interact with. And the better people you have around, of course, the better person you are. It's extremely logical. But the thing is here, if you have that interaction constantly with that someone that you know that you shouldn't have interaction with, just cut it off. That's it. If you can't, because maybe you work with the person, or it's part of your family, it's a relative or something like this, just minimize it, the most possible. So, but consciously, to have it as a goal is like, okay, I'm going to just stop that. And sometimes it's just, I don't know, changing schools, going to work in a different hour, I don't know, something like that. I mean, you know what you need to do. You know who the person that you need to get rid of, okay, in the nice sense. And number 4 is to add a new positive influence. And that's great, because it's not add a new positive friend, it's add a new positive influence. That means that maybe you're going to get a mentor, maybe you get a coach, maybe you talk to someone that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe you go visit someone that you haven't visited regularly, have a cup of coffee every month or something like that, you know, to actually have that influence, that positive influence from that person. Sometimes the person is not even in your line of work. Sometimes it's a different profession. Sometimes they do something that you're really not even related to in your professional life or in your personal life. But talking to that person and with that positive influence that they have in your life can help you envision things in a different way. Sometimes people that are not working with you, that are not in touch with you, see things in a very different perspective. And problems that you see as extremely huge, sometimes when you talk to them, you can get that excellent feedback that can make a real difference in your life, you know? And then the next one is number 5, learn a new skill set. I think that's extremely fun. Learning is fun, and sometimes I would suggest, for example, in this case, let me get my ideas straight. It's the benefit of just going and learning a new skill is sometimes higher than you think, you know? It's a bigger benefit. Why? Because sometimes just by going, let's say you're gonna learn how to play tennis, you know? You learn how to play tennis, but you're meeting other people that also have the same interest. And maybe that person knows another person that knows another person that is going to help you improve your business. Or it's gonna, I don't know, help you with your kids, or it's gonna help your friend or your brother or sister. Or, you know, I mean, sometimes you don't know all the super benefits that you can get just by meeting new people that are interested in that new skill. And it could be anything. Maybe you want to learn how to public speak better. Maybe you want to learn how to cook. Maybe baking. Maybe roller skating. I don't know. You know, it depends on whatever you want to learn. You know, but I think it's very interesting to learn how to do that. Yeah, a new skill, just a new skill set. And number 6 is drop a bad mindset. Boom. I think that should be number 1, actually. You know. Because sometimes we think we're positive. An example that I made in the other video was people say, never say it's impossible, you know? Impossible doesn't exist in my soul, you know? And you're actually being negative with the words that you're saying, yeah? Impossible, never, no, doesn't. All of that is just negative thinking, you know? And it's important for us to change the way that we talk, the way that we act, because sometimes with our actions, we're saying no, even though we're saying yes with our voice. So let's just be careful with that. Yeah, I really suggest that. I mean, when we start changing our lingo, we start being extremely positive, things really, really change. You know, it does matter. So my people, those are the 6 extra resolutions for this 2020. Which one are you gonna adopt? Which one did you like? Which one you didn't? Which ones maybe you want to share also that we should also implement in our 2020 or maybe the whole decade? Maybe you want to do that every month instead of a whole year. I don't know. Yeah, so please interact. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next year. Okay? Have a great time.